It's associated with COVID. I tracked that. We all tracked that very, very closely. In fact, it came up with regard to the state of Kerala. It came up in the Supreme Court, which made some remarks on the easing of restrictions in Kerala with regard to Bakrid. 3 days of easing of restrictions had been given. So what the Supreme Court said is that this was an alarming state of affairs, very strong words there, to give in to pressure groups so that the citizenry of India is laid bare to a nationwide pandemic, discloses a sorry state of affairs. Kerala's government affidavit does not in any real manner safeguard the right to life and health. We direct the state of Kerala to give heed to Article 21, which is the right to life, read with Article 144, and follow the law laid down in our orders in the Uttar Pradesh case. Well, joining us now, George Kurian, the State General Secretary of the BJP. I'm also joined by Mr. A.N. Shamsher, the MLA of the Kerala CPM. Mr. Shamsher, let me come to you first. Why did the Kerala government go and do this? Did you not see what was happening in the Supreme Court with Uttar Pradesh?
Yeah, being the law-abiding citizen, I'm ready to obey the rules, judgment made by the Supreme Court. But why is the situation? What is the situation in Kerala? Why the Kerala government has taken such a decision to open the shops for 3 days? You know, the people are committing suicide here. Some of the organizations of traders demanded permission to open the shops in connection with the Bakrid. What was the reason? The reason was, you know, yesterday one bakery man was committed suicide.
No, sir, this is about Bakrid that we are talking, and the congregation of people in one location. And a Bakrid celebration isn't in one place, it's across the state.
No. We are strictly controlling the congregation of the people. We are allowing only 40 people to enter for the namaz. There is no congregation in Kerala. There is no Bakrid celebration here. But unfortunately, somebody is creating problem here. Somebody is making panic. But the reality is, we have allowed 3 days to open the shops here. It is a fact. Because the traders are committing suicide. One bakery owner has committed suicide yesterday. 2 days back, another businessman has committed suicide. The traders are committing suicide day by day in Kerala. They are in deep trouble. So government has to address that also. While you are mentioning about the right to livelihood, why you are not addressing about the right to livelihood of traders? That has to get addressed. We know the corona is in a bad situation, but the government is doing their best. I can frankly say the government is doing their level best to control the corona.
The State General Secretary of the Kerala BJP. Sir, the point is the livelihood of people was being affected, shops were open, and that congregations were kept in check. How would you respond to that?
In Kerala, the condition is that the faith is above health, and appeasement is above secularism, and the religious sentiment is above people's sentiment. That is happening. The CPM people are telling lie, because last 1 month the traders were crying for relaxing this lockdown. The CM, Chief Minister, told them that I know how to control you. All of a sudden, they have opened for these 3 days. And they are telling that in Sabarimala also we allow 10,000 people. For what purpose? And it was 17th in the opening of Sabarimala temple. That day, no relaxation was there.
You know, I take that point, but let me just, since I need to wrap this up, just go back to Mr. Shamsher. Sir, you know, when it was requested by the prosecutor in this case that orders be passed by the Supreme Court at the end of the hearing actually said the horse has bolted. Isn't that really unfortunate? That, you know, I mean, the Supreme Court, after saying that or before saying that, also had to say, if any untoward spread in COVID takes place, any member of the public may bring this to the notice of this court, after which this court will take necessary action against those who are responsible. How could a responsible government like the Kerala government put itself in this position where the Supreme Court has to make these remarks?
Whatever may be the judgment, I'm being a law-abiding citizen. I am ready to obey the judgment made by the Apex Court. But what is the ground reality here? The BJP person is lying because he will lie. Because he is a follower of Joseph Goebbels. So he will always lie. What is the situation here? Who goes before the court? That is a BJP person has approached the court for the close down of the shops. What is the reality here? Look, the BJP person, the BJP spokesman who is sitting on the other side, they are conducting agitations here, agitations in Kerala. If they are worried about the corona, why they are conducting agitations in Kerala? They are conducting agitation in front of the secretariat in a mass gathering. Why you are not addressing that?
All right. Well, I think a lot needs to be addressed. Let's hope people haven't fallen ill, because if they have, and this this connection is made, then many in the Kerala government would perhaps be in a lot of trouble. We'll take a short break, out of time, come back with a lot more programming right here on NDTV 24/7. Stay tuned.